Hello, everyone. Today we are going to be discussing the case of Cierra Chapman, whose car was found abandoned, but she was not found with it. I have some decent information, I think. It's probably going to be about the same length as my other videos. I always feel like I need to apologize for the length because a lot of other true crime channels they have a knack of just finding information from the most obscure places, and I just cannot. And they always end up having longer videos, and I always feel like I'm leaving out information, even though I'm getting the information from the internet from everywhere I possibly can. That seems legit. But I just feel the need to apologize. I I wish I could make them longer. I just don't like regurgitating information. Um, so I'm sorry, but I just wanted to say that because I feel like I say that in every video, and you might be wondering why. But all the links that I used for this case will be down below, as well as a number. I believe I have it somewhere. If you have any tips where you can go. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into this because um it's weird. It's really weird. So Cierra was born November 12th, 1992, and was last seen during the early hours of December 27th, 2022, so a fairly recent case, at an Autumn Woods Drive apartment in Trotwood, Ohio, that was of her ex-boyfriend. Cierra would be reported missing December 29th, so 2 days later, and on January 6th, 2023 of this year, police found her 2014 Cadillac SRX SUV in Middletown, Ohio. Her purse and other personal items were located inside the vehicle. However, Cierra was not, and she has not been found. The Dayton Police Department believe that there may have been suspicious circumstances surrounding her disappearance. The FBI is offering a reward up to $10,000 for any information leading to the recovery of Cierra and information that leads to the identification, arrest, and conviction of the person or persons responsible. And whenever somebody goes missing and all their belongings are there and they aren't, I would definitely say that's definitely a suspicious circumstance. I definitely don't think that she left on her own volition. And it makes you wonder, like, just what happened. So, law enforcement and rescue agencies searched the Miami Valley. Nothing really came of it. Cierra is a 30-year-old mother, sister, daughter, friend, and she is so incredibly loved. I will be throwing up photos of her family. They've been going above and beyond trying to find her. Um, and they're not giving up hope, and they just want answers. They want to know where she is, obviously. Um, so her aunt, Tanya Gillard, this is actually a quote from her, and she says, "It's a lot of things going through everybody's mind right now. A lot of wondering what's going on, why we here, why this location, questions, and we just want to know answers at this point." End quote. During the search, you could see search dogs, rescue crews, drones, um, and this was making the family hopeful of a recovery. Uh, but they never found. They found nothing. They didn't find any more of her stuff. They didn't find her. It's like she really just vanished. So they're definitely keeping up hope, but it was kind of disappointing that nothing came of that search. So the family is currently caring for her son. Um, and this is another quote by her Aunt Tanya, who says, "He wants his mom. He used to having her there every day. He's used to being able to pick up a phone and call her or see her or text message her. To have that just snatched away from you, it's devastating." Going back to the searches, around 30 people, including members of the Dayton Police Department and Texas EquiSearch, if that sounds familiar, they're in many cases, but specifically the Caylee Anthony case, Texas EquiSearch. And they conducted a very large search, according to police Brian Johns. This was in February of 2023. John says there are several target locations where they are going to look. and the locations are based on the investigation so far. And I want to be very clear that they haven't released much, like, I guess, evidence of where she could be. I just know of Middleton and I believe it was Trotwood. So I would assume the areas around that distance or that location or locations, but they haven't actually. I haven't seen any other information about where they're looking per se. So when she left the apartment, uh, her boyfriend's apartment, she got into the silver Cadillac, and this was with the Ohio plate JVQ8612, just in case you saw her the night it happened or you remember seeing that plate or anything weird. Her plate number is JVQ8612. The car was later found on Jewel Avenue, and police are asking anyone in the Jewel Avenue, Shelley Street, and Titus Avenue of Middletown to check their surveillance camera footage from December 27th from 3 to 6 a.m. for her car. So if you are in that area, if you have surveillance, check your surveillance because you might have something that could help. Again, her Ohio plate is JVQ8612, Silver Cadillac SRX 2014. So aside from police, her family have been doing their own searching. They've even had help from Doc Ellis Foundation, which works to find people that go missing. There have been multiple searches since December, but nothing has been found. They've had nothing. Her aunt goes on to say again, "We're upset because it seems like every time we look, it's a dead end, like running up against a dead end. Like we running up against a dead end, my correction." End quote. So Brian Johns is asking for the community to call in. And he says, "I have no doubt that there are people in the Dayton community who know what happened to Cierra, and we are asking for them to call in. She didn't go missing by accident. This is a very well orchestrated and planned out incident, and people know." End quote. So, on my notes, I do not have a number, but I will look for a number and I will have it on the screen and I will also have it in the description where you can call in or send in tips if you know anything. Like I said, if you're in the Jewel Avenue, Shelley Street, Titus Avenue area of Middletown, to check your surveillance cameras because you might be able to help break open this case and find Cierra. Um, Pretty recent case, and it is now early March when I am filming this, and there's still nothing. They have not found a body. I don't believe they found any other evidence. So it's really just confusing. I don't even know who I think could have done it. Really, they only mentioned her leaving an ex-boyfriend's house. It doesn't mean it was him. They could have been well acquainted. They could have been cordial with each other. He he could have not have had anything to do with it. I'm sure they probably looked into him. And it makes me wonder, was this random? Did something happen and it was a crime of opportunity, which I'm kind of leaning towards? I mean, she could have, I guess, just decided to walk away from her life, but it's so weird that she would just abandon her son and her family without any word at all. So I really don't know what to make of it. I don't know what I think. Um, that's really all the information I have for you guys. Um, I wouldn't say they're being tight-lipped, but that's about all the information I could find on their searches because they're just not finding anything. They've been looking, they've been using all these different they've been using drones and stuff like that, and they're finding nothing. So I don't have anything for you guys other than if you live in those areas to just be out and alert. If you remember anything from around that time last year, late last year. Uh, and yeah, I will be keeping an eye on this case because it is very recent. And if there are updates, I will definitely update you guys in the future. And thank you so much for listening to Cierra's case. I know this was quite a short video. Um, I just wish I had more. I wish there was more answers for the family. When you see their quotes in their interviews, your heart breaks for them, especially her son, who is so young and he doesn't understand why his mom isn't there, and he needs his mom. And it's just, I I don't believe she walked away. Something had to have happened to her. I can't imagine she would leave that little boy. But my heart breaks for her boy, not being able to get a hold of his mom. I'm sure all he wants is his mom. The family wants their sister or their daughter back. And I'm just really sorry if you guys are, if the family is listening to this. I'm so sorry. If I messed up your daughter's case in any way, please reach out and let me know so I can fix it. And I will be keeping an eye on your daughter's case, and I will continue to try to spread information about her as much as I can. And yeah, so that's going to be it for Cierra Chapman. Thank you for listening to her story. Please keep an eye out for her, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye, guys.